Hey guys, in this Death Stranding Heartman analysis video, I aim to analyze the character trailer and the implications the elements may have, some theories around the trailer and general observations, so let's get started. The trailer begins with composer Chopin's funeral march, while a resuscitation timer is nearing its end, which is likely a UI element. This piece has intentionally been picked as it complements Heartman's character, as funeral marches are known to be played at people's funerals. From a gameplay perspective, it may be this piece is playing while Sam is free to explore the wide media collection that Heartman owns. The automated announcer says, "Administering shock, stand clear." This is because Heartman wouldn't be aware of people around, which could be a health hazard. The windshield right behind Heartman has the Bridges logo on it, meaning Heartman works for them. More on the implications on this later though. As the AED revives Heartman, the backdrop transitions to a regular window revealing a snow biome, indicating Sam had to traverse through high mountains to get to him. A similar setting is shown in the release date trailer. As for why there is a black windshield, this is likely to indicate outsiders, most likely the player, that Heartman is dead. So just imagine that Sam is traversing through the snowy mountains and trying to get to Heartman's base, and he is indicated by the windshield that he's currently dead and within the beach world. Just to confirm, the resuscitation timer will be part of the UI element. When Heartman restarts the timer, it is displayed on the bottom left side of the screen, similarly to before, but this time displaying "Until Death" as text. Heartman disappointedly says no luck, then proceeds to log in his 218,550th attempt. The attempts indicate the amount of times he has died and visited the beached world. Hideo Kojima explained that Heartman is in search for his family who have died. Due to his unique heart, he can only live for 21 minutes, however, he cheats certain death by allowing his AED to revive him right after 3 minutes. Right after that, he could no longer return to life. Based off of this information, we can calculate that Heartman has been actively seeking his family for almost 10 years, which is likely when the Death Stranding commenced. It's likely the 3-minute certain death rule applies to everyone within the beached world. After all, Heartman's condition directly does not allow him to visit the beached world and return, but rather the way he exploits his condition. If we eliminate the AED, which is reviving him, he is stuck there just like anyone else. Whether this applies to Sam the same way is a bit of a mystery. The reason why I say that is because Sam has the extinction factor, which is a bit of a mystery. We don't know if that allows him just to sense BTs or to repeatedly come back from the dead. In a previous trailer, we saw Heartman being revived, as well as a glimpse into the beached world. A few things to note are, he seems very desperate in the scene, as if he's found his family only to be revived. Also, the way he's being dragged, it's not a stretch to assume a BT is doing it, as they aren't all visible to everyone. In Fragile's case, she can actually see the BTs, however Sam cannot. When Heartman is revived and the camera switches to Sam, there's seemingly a glass statue of a BT. This is likely where Bridges tie in. Knowing of his condition, they must have asked him to help research into BTs, as I doubt they're asking him to obviously find his own family. Although it's very difficult to see, we can see a framed golden hand plant which ties in with Higgs, as this was shown in the release date trailer. A set of displayed rocks can also be viewed, which could be terrain retrieved from the beach to study. And lastly, we can barely see a wrapped corpse ready for disposal like from the previous trailers. I believe the wrapped corpse is actually what Sam brought, as Sam's job is to collect bodies. Heartman then proceeds to say to Sam, "Sorry, where were we?" implying they spoke before, but Heartman was likely about to die. Notably, Sam looks very uninterested. He was likely sent by HQ to meet with Heartman, as they both work for Bridges, and he doesn't really want to talk about anything other than that. Overall, he doesn't seem that keen about the mission anyway, as when he's speaking to the president and she's requesting that he saves humanity, he just doesn't seem for it. Heartman seems like an introvert. This is likely because he's been isolated for 10 years in search of his family, so this kind of makes sense. Heartman can faintly be seen with his family in a framed picture, and there's another picture right beside it, which seems to be either Heartman or maybe his son or daughter. Some of the books and movie titles are legible and tie in with the themes of Death Stranding. Here's each Reddit and what they most likely refer to. Evil Rain, a reference to the Timefall. 20 Minutes of Love, which is likely a reference to the joke that Heartman made about intercourse potentially. Evolution of the Big Five. The 5 figures that have appeared in previous trailers seem only to be present after whiteouts, although we can faintly see them in the scene where Fragile and Sam avoid BTs. Maybe a successful whiteout is indicated when the figures are black, and when they're transparent, it didn't initiate. They could also be the overlords of the world of the BTs, but at least are connected to them because of the strands, the similar form, and the presence after the whiteouts. The next title is the Repatriates and Tales from the Other Side, referring to the other world. Interestingly, repatriate means to send someone back to their native land, so you guys could potentially theorize off of this title. A Matter of Life and Death Stranding, Chiralium and KT Extinction. Chiralium is the substance present around beach things. Some have a chiral allergy, such as triggering tears or a rash symptom like which Sam has. Extinction is one of the factors one can have which either allows them to repeatedly come back after death or sense PTs. Sam has the extinction factor as established in a previous trailer. We didn't mean to go to the beach, maybe someone accidentally created a bridge between the two worlds. The beach, the limbo state, could be seen as the middle ground. It's what connects the world of the humans and the BTs. The fault of our singularity. This could be referencing one of two things. The first one is a hypothetical scenario where AI or other technologies advance beyond humans, which triggers a change humanity has to go through which is unchangeable. The second could be referencing something in physics. Google describes it as a gravitational singularity is a term used to describe the center of a black hole where gravity is thought to approach infinity. At a singularity, space and time cease to exist as we know them, and current laws of physics cannot be applied to this region. There's a lot of speculation as to what happens at a singularity. The main ones are time travel and connections to other universes. We know Higgs can teleport as this has been shown. Not another beach movie. Set My Heart Aflame, talking about Cliff maybe. Rainbringer, Higgs who can summon the Timefall as seen in the release date trailer. A word from the author, the day the birds fell silent, the day of the Death Stranding maybe. 5-star cruising in 21 minutes. And these are all the movie titles. Heartman explains his time on Earth is downtime. He awaits eagerly to continue his search for his family. When Heartman says, "My body may be present but my soul is on the beach, I'm already dead," this is notably figurative. What he's actually saying is he has no purpose on the human world and therefore it's almost like he's dead, as there isn't anything to accomplish. An interesting observation is, if all he wants to do is find his family, why not just stay in the beached world until he finds them? This is likely because after the 3 minutes, you leave the beached realm for the other realm. Either this is the upside down world, or the world of the BTs. Which we did see Sam in, the beached world can be seen as the middle ground between the human world and the upside down realm. To lastly add upon the AED that Heartman has equipped, there was a poster release showcasing him in his lab-like area. Interestingly, you can see that the AED has been set to auto and there's also a manual mode. An AED on manual setting would mean the shock would have to be given by someone. For some reason I thought, what if someone switched the setting to manual? He wouldn't come back as no automated shock would be provided. Although nothing suggests this is true, it sure seems like an impactful way to end Heartman's story. You can also see the same BT statue from the trailer, as well as one behind his head and his shelf. Lastly, what seems to be his name, Roman, is displayed on the projector he interacts with each time he logs his attempts in. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I am new to this, so I do hope to improve by each video. If you have any suggestions on how I can improve, please be sure to leave that in the comments below. As well as that, leave any thoughts and theories you have in the comments below too, that would be interesting to see that. And until next time, thanks.